Hello everybody. Oh, the day I've had. I'm going to put this out in a couple of days' time, so if you can't marry it up, you'll understand why. But I said I'd do one on hospitals, and also one of the guys said he'd like to see more day in the life, you know, like Darren used to do, and I assume he's still doing. Darren, I've got to give you a bell in a bit, mate. Make sure you're all right. But yeah, no, I picked up this morning. We dropped as usual out of Milton Keynes. Picked that one up at 5 o'clock this morning. Left at 5:30. Lovely, I can normally get them clear by 11:30. At 6:30, I was at Junction 9 on the motorway when they shut it because of a fatality for 2.5 hours. So I finally left, got going again around about 9:45. First and second drops went off all right. Third one was in the zone. That's cost me a pony to go into the zone, I didn't know. And then when I got there, because they were trying to go down, it's underneath Southwark Bridge, and there's only two ways in. And the one I was at, there was a guy in the middle of the road unloading with a grabber lorry that wouldn't move. So I went all the way around the block to see the van that was in front of me, trying to get past the grabber lorry parked up, so I could have waited. Got to the site, and he wasn't there no more. I've had a bit of a mare. But anyway, drop number 5, or wherever I am now, is a hospital. And I said I'd do one on hospitals and how things you can help hospitals. Hospitals, airports, as Steve Davies said on the thing, are a problem. Because for a start, they're the size of a planet, and secondly, there's a part of security, and thirdly, there's nowhere to park. And sometimes when you do park, you've got to take it a million miles away. And you don't know it's a hospital until it gets sent through. I didn't know it's a hospital my job, as it was, it's been easy for me. There are 3 things you can do that might help you with hospitals. There might be more, and if there are more, let me know. The first one, if you've got a number, ring it. I would say 9 times out of 10 you won't get through because they'll be on holiday or they're on a break or they don't work in this department. But if you do get through and you go, I've got a box for you, can you tell me where it needs to be delivered to? Because a lot of them are big and a lot of them are one-way systems. Do you tell me where it's been delivered to? And it might just be a small hospital. Some of the more rural ones are a lot easier, but a lot of them are huge. And they might tell you where it is. And also they might give you an indication. So you might say, well, as you go around the one-way system, as you pass like the flower bed, or as you pass A&E on your left-hand side, there's a little turning in your right next to the laundry. You go around slowly, because if you miss it, you've got to go all the way around again. And you're, that's where the guy said. That's one thing that can help. The second thing I would say that helps is try and find the delivery point. Particularly the big ones, like this one here. Where are we today? Wandsworth, Brixton, there, see? There you go, there's a sign up there that says receipt and distribution. If you can find a delivery point with a big yellow no parking bits on it, you can park there because you're delivering. And if it takes you a while you park there, it's because you were trying to find it. And that one you're safe. Otherwise you're on a red route, or you're on a camera, or you're in here and you're going to come out, or it's like, you know, patient unloading only. You know, you can get stung on that one. The third one, like there's one down in Bristol, and it's like a kids' hospital. There's only a little way in, and then there's a car park. You can't get in the car park, and you've got to stop. There's nowhere else. You've got to stop in like the ambulance bit. Get yourself a little sheet. This is one Simple Brian taught me. Get yourself a little sheet, an A4 sheet or an A3 sheet, and write on it urgent hospital delivery. Any problems? Put police call driver and your mobile number on like a yellow background or an orange background or something that looks the part. Get it laminated and stick it in the window, because there's a good chance it is an urgent delivery. I had to do one in Oxford once. It was a blood centrifuge for the hospital for checking out the blood, and as I was wheeling it, and Oxford's a killer, I stopped at the distribution point. We had to go in, down a long spiral ramp, underneath the hospital, up in a lift, down a corridor, down another corridor. It's a killer. And then I'd go all the way back again. But the guy turned around and he said, they have two centrifuges in the hospital. One of them is broken, and I was replacing one's broken. He said, if the other one breaks, we've got to shut the hospital, because they can't work the hospital without a centrifuge. And I'm thinking, that can't be right. You can't just shut. I mean, why would you only have 2 then? But anyway, they're the 3 things you can do. Ring ahead. You've got half a chance of going to where you need to go. Secondly, if you get to the delivery point, once you're at a delivery point, you're relatively safe. And thirdly, laminate something that says hospital delivery. I mean, use your common sense. So don't just go and park in an ambulance bay and stick it there if there is a delivery bay, because you're taking up the space for an ambulance. But if there really is nowhere else to go and you've got to get it off, you've got to get it off. That's my take on it. You got any comments, any of your experience? Always greatly received. And in the meantime, I'm going to finish dropping the rest of this gear and then take one back, because I couldn't deliver it. I've got to drive it all the way back, and I don't get paid for it. Yay! So yeah, it's not always a winner, but always interesting. Take care. Take money. Bye.